Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you here for a very special Thanksgiving episode. Whether you're a longtime subscriber or just stumbled upon our channel, we promise you're in for a treat today. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history of Thanksgiving. This holiday has roots that go back centuries, and its story is filled with interesting and sometimes unexpected details. You know, that holiday where we gather with loved ones, eat way too much food, and maybe watch some football. It's a time for family, friends, and of course feasting. But there's so much more to it than just the delicious meals and the games. But behind the turkey and stuffing, there's a rich and complex story full of surprising twists and turns. From the early Pilgrim celebrations to the proclamations by presidents, Thanksgiving has evolved in fascinating ways. We're talking about pilgrims, presidents, and even a little bit of football history. Did you know that the first Thanksgiving was actually a 3-day festival? Or that it wasn't until Abraham Lincoln's presidency that Thanksgiving became a national holiday? So grab a slice of pumpkin pie and settle in as we uncover 10 surprising facts about Thanksgiving you probably didn't know. From the myths and legends to the real historical events, we're going to explore it all. Get ready to impress your family and friends with your newfound Thanksgiving knowledge. The first Thanksgiving, as we picture it, is believed to have taken place in 1621 at Plymouth Colony. Now, this wasn't a Hallmark card version of history. The Pilgrims, who had just survived a brutal winter, celebrated their first successful harvest alongside the Wampanoag people. This wasn't just a friendly feast, though. It represented a complex alliance between two very different cultures trying to navigate a new world. Imagine sitting down to Thanksgiving dinner for not just one meal, but 3 whole days. That's how long the original Thanksgiving feast lasted. And forget the green bean casserole. We're talking about a true taste of the 17th century. Wild turkey, venison, freshly caught seafood, and all the seasonal vegetables they could harvest. It was a celebration of survival and abundance, a far cry from our modern-day food comas. Here's a shocker. Thanksgiving wasn't always a national holiday. For centuries, different colonies celebrated it on different dates, often tied to local events like a good harvest or a military victory. It wasn't until the 19th century that the idea of a unified national Thanksgiving really took hold. In the midst of the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln, a man who knew a thing or two about division, made a decision to bring the nation together. In 1863, he declared Thanksgiving a national holiday, fixing the date as the last Thursday in November. It was a call for unity and gratitude in a time of immense hardship and loss. You might know her as the author of the beloved children's rhyme, "Mary Had a Little Lamb," but Sarah Josepha Hale was a woman on a mission. She was not just a writer, but a visionary who saw the potential of a unified nation. She believed in the power of a national Thanksgiving to bring the country together. In a time of division and uncertainty, she saw Thanksgiving as a way to foster unity and gratitude among the people. For years, she wrote countless letters to presidents, politicians, and newspapers, tirelessly advocating for a unified holiday. Her dedication was unwavering, and she used her influence as the editor of Godey's Ladies' Book to spread her message far and wide. She reached out to influential figures, hoping to gain their support for her cause. Her efforts were not in vain, as she managed to capture the attention of many. Her persistence paid off, helping to pave the way for Lincoln's proclamation in 1863, which officially established Thanksgiving as a national holiday. Sarah Josepha Hale's relentless campaign and her belief in the power of gratitude left an indelible mark on American history. What goes better with turkey and stuffing than a little bit of gridiron action? The tradition of Thanksgiving Day football dates back to the late 19th century. The first college football game played on Thanksgiving? An 1876 matchup between Yale and Princeton. Little did they know they were kicking off a national obsession. Picture this: New York City, 1924. The first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade winds its way through the streets, featuring floats, bands, and yes, even giant balloons. What began as a way to celebrate the holiday and draw shoppers to Macy's has become a beloved annual tradition, captivating generations with its magic and spectacle. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving without a little presidential bird saving, right? While the tradition of presidents receiving turkeys as gifts dates back to the 1870s, it was President Ronald Reagan in the 1980s who formalized the turkey pardon. Every year, one lucky turkey gets to live out its days on a farm, a symbol of presidential clemency and, let's be honest, a pretty good photo op. In recent years, Thanksgiving has sparked important conversations about how we view history, particularly the experiences of Native Americans. While the traditional narrative focuses on the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag, it's crucial to acknowledge the complex and often painful legacy of colonization that followed. Some people observe a national day of mourning on Thanksgiving to remember and reflect on this history. Imagine if Thanksgiving wasn't always on the fourth Thursday. What if the date of this beloved holiday had been different, causing a ripple effect through our traditions and plans? In 1939, President Franklin D. Roosevelt, hoping to boost the economy during the Great Depression, made a bold decision. He moved Thanksgiving up a week to the third Thursday of November. His intention was to extend the holiday shopping season, giving businesses more time to benefit from the festive rush. However, this change didn't go over well with the American public. People were confused and frustrated. The sudden shift disrupted long-standing traditions and plans, leading to widespread discontent. Calendars were thrown into disarray, and the Thanksgiving controversy was born. Families were divided on which date to celebrate, and businesses struggled to adapt to the new schedule. The confusion was palpable, and the nation was in turmoil over a holiday date. By 1941, Congress stepped in to resolve the chaos. They officially established Thanksgiving on the fourth Thursday of November, where it has remained ever since. This decision brought stability and allowed Americans to return to their cherished traditions, ensuring that Thanksgiving would be celebrated consistently across the country. Thanks for joining us on this historical journey. We hope you learned something new about this beloved holiday. From its humble beginnings to its place on the national stage, Thanksgiving is a story of survival, gratitude, and the ever-evolving story of America. From everyone here at LifeList, have a happy, safe, and delicious Thanksgiving.